Anybody who grew up watching Pokemon would know how amazing Pokemon Season 1 was. It was something that I grew up watching as a kid, and I'll always remember the show. Even though I'm a lot older now, I'm 19 years old, I don't really care about Pokemon as much as I used to now, especially the TV show. However, one of my favorite things about Pokemon was one of the subject matters was Ash and Misty. To my personal opinion, I think Ash and Misty were supposed to be together and meant to be together in the show. Unfortunately, Misty eventually disappeared from the show, and they said that they'll never bring her back from the show again, which it's very disappointing, especially for me. Even people like Serena from the new TV show who's pretty much kissed Ash in the show already at this point in time, but nothing will compare to the original Misty from Pokemon Season 1. The relationship of Ash and Misty were amazing. So the reason why I'm bringing this up is because about a year ago, there was a girl on YouTube named Tamashi. She made a video talking about a subject matter of Ash and Misty. Were they ever in love with each other? And it's a very basic video. It pretty much talks about all the events between Ash and Misty and were they ever romantically in love with each other. She looked at the dub version and the sub version of the show, and they both have drastically different changes, but it's sort of kind of proven that they were in love at one point or another. However, just about 2 days ago, I saw the video in my recommendations again, and I went back to watch the video, and there was something in the video at the end that she says something that absolutely catches my interest, and because of this, I decided to make a video on this video. Here is a theory. Did Ash and Misty had a kid together? The photo that you guys are looking at right now on your screen is possibly that could be the daughter of Ash and Misty's kid. So you guys are probably wondering, where on earth did I get this picture from? Well, it came from a trailer from the very first Pokemon movie that ever came out, and the title of that movie was Pokemon, the first movie, Mewtwo Strikes Back. It came from the very, very, very first trailer ever released back in Japan. So I'm going to leave a link down below for you guys to click on so you guys can watch this trailer. The title of the video is called Mewtwo no Gawashu, the first trailer. I may have butchered that name, but it's supposed to be the first trailer for the movie. So I'm going to let you guys watch it for a second. Okay, so did you watch the trailer? So from watching the trailer, there was a lot of things in the scenes that never made it into the movie itself. So from looking at the trailer, you can see Misty on the right, who seems to look a little bit more older than usual. Many people speculated that she's probably in her early 20s at this time, and you can definitely see a bit of maturity too, and maybe a little bit taller than usual. And you can also see the little girl that I was predicting that also could be the daughter in the middle. And for some odd reason, you can see a girl on the left with blue hair. Now, the girl with the blue hair is from the movie, the Pokemon, the first movie, and her name is Miranda. And she didn't play a big role at all in the movie. Basically, what she was pretty much like a police officer, and she was trying to stop some of the, kids, you can say, from going to this island to battle the world's greatest Pokemon master. But she was barely in the movie whatsoever, and she's easily forgettable. But from looking at this trailer, you can definitely tell that she may have a different role this time around in this trailer alone, because she never worn that outfit ever, at least in this trailer alone. So there's nothing much to say about the girl with the blue hair, besides she was from the movie and she didn't really have a role. There's not much to say about the trailer because it's pretty much just a tease on what they were planning on working on for the next movie. But you can definitely tell that their initial idea was possibly maybe to put some kind of romance in the Pokemon the first movie, but clearly it never happened because anybody who watched the movie Mewtwo Strikes Back would know that there was no romantic scenes whatsoever in the film. So you can only just expect so much from this first trailer, and maybe that they were planned to. When I think about it, it kind of reminds of me the Naruto, the last movie, a bit. How the world was going to end, but initially it was pretty much where Hinata pretty much confesses to Naruto and Naruto confesses. It was pretty much around that point, and it may have probably been the same way like that, at least in Pokemon version, where probably the world was going to end by Mewtwo and Ash and Misty were supposed to have a thing for each other. I don't know. Like I said, there's so much we can say by this first trailer. So let's talk about why do I believe that this could be Misty's child. Well, let's start with the eyes for a second. If you compare to the little girl's eyes with Misty's eyes, they look exactly the same, if not identical with each other. And the face structure a little bit. Now, the little girl has more of a roundish face than all the other characters, but I do believe you can tell a little bit, just very little, that it has almost the same structure as Misty's in a little bit, just a little bit. And another theory too why I believe that this is Misty's kid is because why is she holding hands with this little girl? You see, the way I look at it is you should only hold hands with a little kid if you know them. And that can also be the same said with Miranda. I mean, why is Miranda holding hands with this little girl? I mean, it doesn't make sense. Are they family related? Are they friends? You know, this trailer is really confusing when you look at it. I mean, there's so much going on. But the biggest theory to believe why this is definitely Ash's kid is Pikachu. Pikachu is in the trailer when you watch it, and Pikachu seems to be playing with the little girl in the trailer a little bit. And Pikachu is also looking afar from a distance. And my theory is to believe that maybe Ash left Pikachu behind at some point, maybe. Or maybe Pikachu's waiting for him. Maybe Pikachu's waiting for Ash. But in the trailer, that little girl plays with Pikachu for a second in there. And so that is my theory why I believe that this could be their kid. I know it's a pretty big, bold statement to say that this is their kid, but let's get into reasons to believe that this is not their kid. So let's start with the hair. Look at the little girl's hair. It's pink. Ash and Misty's hair, well, Misty's hair is orange and Ash has black hair. And when you can mix the two colors together, you get this very ugly brownish color. And so this is one to believe that this is definitely not their kid. Another thing too is I want to say is that the little girl looks a lot like Nurse Joy from the Pokemon series alone. But the real question is why? Why didn't we get any of these deleted scenes for the movie? I would think having these romance would actually make an impact on the first movie. I have a theory why this didn't happen. Money. The thing about Pokemon at the time was that Pokemon was really big at that time. And I didn't think they really want to stop with this series at that point. And so they had to make some adjustments to the story a bit, at least in the first movie. And my theory is to believe is that they were going to have a romance scene in the movie, but because they didn't want any other relationship to interfere for the upcoming show, they decided to just, scrap the whole idea of the romance and skip the idea of having a kid. There's a possibility that I believe that the first Pokemon movie, Mewtwo Strikes Back, could have possibly been the last Pokemon movie. That is just what I believe. I could be completely wrong about that. But from thinking about it, there's a great chance it could have been the last movie, and we probably could have a different protagonist for the future upcoming Pokemon series. Like maybe like Dawn from Pokemon as the main character, or Misty as the main character, instead of Ash over and over again. I did a bit of research on the very first trailer, and I found out something very interesting by other people who have seen the trailer. Apparently, many people have seen this trailer, But when they went back to go watch the video of the very first trailer, it gets taken down, along with a lot of the photos that many people have seen of this little girl, because I'm not the only one who believes that this is Ash's kid and Misty's daughter. So why are they taking down this trailer all the time? And I don't think they really care about this trailer anymore, but at the time it was a big deal, and many people really did speculate that this was their kid, and they kept taking this trailer down all the time. So was I right this whole time? Were we right? Was there ever going to be a romance scene between Misty? Was that their child? We'll never know unless they tell us. And I really hope they do, because it's really interesting to think that this could have possibly been their child and may have been the last Pokemon movie or the series, at least with Ash, I think. I really hope you guys enjoy this video. Tell me what you guys think about it, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.